I remember everyone's reaction when everybody saw this game being presented on one of the biggest gaming presentations on E3. And this game was called Grounded. Everyone was like, oh god, this looks fun, this looks like a typical survival game, but there's a really cool twist in it. And few years after early access, a little bit of ups and downs, the game is finally released fully on consoles, on PC, and everywhere else where you could imagine it can be possibly run. So today's presentation and the review is about the game called Grounded. And believe me, it's gonna be cool. And in long story short, the game is great. If you want, you can finish the video here, but believe me, the next 5 minutes gonna make you really wanna play this one. So if you're not subscribed to our channel, like a lot of you are, I know it, please drop the subscribe button and make it from red, turn it to gray, and let's go, because believe me, there is a lot of things to speak about this game. While Obsidian has always pitched Grounded as a kind of the blend survival crafting and classical roleplay, the game has spent so much its time in early access learning more towards the former as the narrative of the threat fell away the further the sunken adventures into minimalized teens trapped in the mad science backyard. Grounded's full release finally changes all of that, offering a complete campaign that will let you underneath the mystery of who shrunk them, learn them about the nature of their pelagious habitats, and finally go big and go home. It's a mystery that's absolutely worth pursuing to the end, and where is the boss Obsidian well known with a knack of the world building most successfully interesting with clear. An established reputation from ambling Zambian 90s nostalgia. It fits the story blend of light-hearted humor and coming-of-age themes. Well, it's a really great story. What surprised me from the beginning, that the game has an amazing storyline. It reminded me something like when we another items you need to craft in. You can do it from the other avoided configs, like, well, let's say, move it and then move it another way. Early on and nearly overwhelming, the amount of the crafting systems and options that you can get in the item blueprints are unlocked in the analyzing new systems. But this means that the people willing to brave and search for the further afield, there's a lot of progression available. This coupled with a quest system that generally pulls you towards the several different stories and adventures at once. If you want to focus on survival, you can make bandages or hunt down the clean waters. If you want to go big, exploring with the tiny laboratories and accumulation science, you unlock even more blueprints. It's a satisfying, really progress arc in the game. But, well, it's not everything about that. And a lot of things are really kind of satisfying in the game. Obsidian took a lot of time and created an amazing world with a lot of cool RPG experience kind of things that you get a lot really fun in. Funny characters, all of them have kind of little skills that you can get. Also, Grounded's biggest issue for me right now is the spiders. Spiders are really tough in this game. They are amazingly hard to kill. They act like an efficient progression blockers. So that it doesn't matter how beautiful the world is, you don't want to go explore the difference if you see this kind of guys near. Or you don't want to just go in there. The game has kind of like our hobby mode that supposedly gets rid of the spiders, but it doesn't really make it any way less than it ends. The other bugs are really unpleasant, but that's totally manageable. Spiders are really dangerous in this game. The balance is a little bit off at this stage of the game. I like that it's even more insistent with more of the instances if you're caused the careless, and admire the same crawling fear of the spiders insist. But it took a long time before my weapons and armor fed off to the job. For the most of my playthrough, I was felt forced to chase bigger foes, to the literal dozen of the arrows. I'm talking dragon dials under the bridges in the Dark Souls vibes. That said, well, the game is amazing. It's a bit hard, but at the same time, you're gonna enjoy it. The world is amazing, the story is amazing, the characters are well made. You have an amazing game overall that was really very well polished till the point where it was on fully release. And you have to be surprised because a lot of games doesn't survive this early access period, and the Obsidian's game really achieved more than that. So, it's a 10 out of 10, and it's one of the best survival games of the last summer and maybe overall of 2022. Because I can't remember any great game like that, where everything seems so cool. The game design, well, the graphics, the audios, everything seems on point. So thank you everyone.